Hello and welcome to Christmas, Imagine Christmas, Part 13. I'm Jack Taylor, and today we're going to be talking about Jesse. Well, Jesse is the grandson of Ruth and Boaz, and he is carrying on the DNA of the family line that is going to produce the Messiah during the Christmas story. Now, you probably haven't heard his name, Jesse, associated with the Christmas story a whole lot. And that's mainly because his son David is going to prove to be the pivotal figure in the family. Now, some of you feel that the only reason you get recognized is because of who else you're connected to. And Jesse is kind of like that. He's the non-speaking shadow character that flits through in the background of the movie that you're watching. He's the fill-in character on the stage of the drama that you're viewing. Yet, without him, the show doesn't go on. Well, Jesse is here more because of how unaware he is about what God is up to. During his time, the descendants of Jacob had chosen their first king, Saul. It was also the time of the last prophetic leader, Samuel. And Samuel is another one of those miracle babies that keeps showing up in the storyline to keep us focused on the role that God is playing in writing this Christmas story. Well, Saul messes up by only following after God half-heartedly. And Samuel lets him know that the kingdom is going to be taken away from him and given to another who follows after God wholeheartedly. He wins his share of battles, yes, but he compromises on his follow-through because he's afraid of the people. Now, a leader who makes his decisions based on their fear of those who follow them, that leader is going to get themselves and their followers in trouble. Have you ever been in a situation like that? You or someone you know in leadership made an impulsive decision to try and please others rather than focusing on what was the best thing or the wise thing or the right thing? How did that turn out? Yeah. Well, Saul was in a constant struggle with the Philistines, and David would come to his rescue, but who are we talking about? Oh, yeah, we're talking about Jesse, the shadow in the background. Well, Samuel comes to see Jesse after Saul gets rejected because of his decision. And God has told Samuel that one of Jesse's sons would become the next king. So Samuel gets Jesse to bring out the boys, and there are 8 of them, but Jesse only brings 7 to the parade. And number 1 steps up, and Jesse says, yes! And Samuel says, yes! And God says, no. God says, do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at the things that people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. You ever notice that? Maybe you've done it with others. You've made external snap judgments about people, and you've determined your personal relationship potential and how you'll respond to them based on that. And maybe others have done that with you. They've looked at the external you and they've ignored the internal you. Or they've looked at the external appearance of someone else and ignored you as a result. Almost all our commercials and advertisements are designed to spruce up that external you, to keep others fixated on the surface rather than what is going on in the heart where God is looking. Well, the Christmas story is a lot about reorienting our internal world so we make the right choices, the wise choices, the best choices. And Jesse focused on the outward appearance of his sons, didn't even include the youngest as a consideration. When all of the 7 on parade are rejected, Samuel asks, are there any more? Jesse says, yeah, the youngest kid is out playing with the lambs. Well, get him, Samuel says. So David comes in and God says, rise, anoint him. This is the one. Now, David's healthy and good looking, so the external is not the final issue. It's just not the only issue or even the most important issue. If you're a parent, I want to encourage you to take some time this Christmas to see what is really below the surface of the kids that God has given to you. If you've got someone that you've written off because of external appearance, take some time to get below the surface with them. Find out what's on going on in their internal world. You may never dream of all that they could do or become. Just don't count them out before they even get started. Help them imagine Christmas deep inside where the real changes of the season take effect. And as you do that, let's keep imagining Christmas together. God bless you.